What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Sloppy Saturdays. I'm sorry, my voice is a little over the place. I have been sick, but today we are going over Arch Manning, him now getting into the 2027 draft class, as Archie Manning says. Now, I'm going to go over to you guys if I think this is like truly the case, if they truly believe this, or if there's a possibility that he enters the 2026 draft class. Let's get right into it. Now, the first thing I do have to say is I do believe the Manning family does believe in starting multiple years in college football. When you look at Eli Manning, when you look at Peyton Manning, Eli Manning started half the season his freshman year, and then started 3 full years at Ole Miss. And then when you look at Peyton Manning at Tennessee, he started all 4 years at Tennessee. So they definitely did play in college. Now, in my opinion, I don't think Archie Manning or Arch Manning knows what they're going to do yet in college football, what class they're going to enter. I think it's really going to depend on the season. And I feel like the reason why they are saying this is because it's easy to backtrack when you say we're going into the 2027 draft class. Then if you come out and say we're entering the 2026 draft class and things don't go well. Again, Arch Manning is in a very unique situation. When you look at the hype combined with the actual physical ability coming in for Arch Manning, he's a guy that's probably going to be the first pick in either draft, no matter what. As long as he shows flashes within both of these college football seasons, he could be the first pick in either draft. When you have the hype of these guys combined with talent, when you look at guys like Trevor Lawrence, Andrew Luck, John Elway, these are guys, no matter what draft class they're in, they are the no doubt number one overall pick. So, again, in my opinion, it doesn't matter which draft class he comes out of. He's going to be the number one overall pick. Now, in my opinion, I have said this time and time again. I think it's going to matter how this season goes for Arch Manning. Now, the reason why Arch Manning is in another very unique situation is because, let's flat out be honest, the money doesn't even matter anymore. Like, he's going to be making millions regardless, whether he stays in college another year or he goes into the NFL draft. Like, the family comes into obviously has money, but again, anybody that's in a family with money definitely wants to make their own money as well, and he's doing that. He's getting paid around $5 million a year, and if he stays, again, an extra year, he has the ability to make $15, $20 million total in college football, possibly even more. So the way everything is set up right now, there is no pressure to leave based on money. Like, he's going to be financially set on his life either way. Now, when you look at being the number one pick in college football compared to the money making in number one pick in the NFL compared to the money making in college football, it definitely is vastly different. And now this is why I'm going to get into why I believe Archie Manning and Arch Manning doesn't know what they're going to do. I think personally, if Arch Manning leaves a lot on the table this year, like if he comes out and he doesn't win a Heisman, he doesn't make the national championship game, do I believe it's possible he's going to want to stay at Texas another year and not only develop, but again, be able to deliver for Texas either a Heisman Trophy or a national championship? He might be itching to do that, and I could definitely see that being the case for sure, especially with in the terms of development, not even in the money aspect. Like, we have seen people who have stayed in college and be starters long term have a very easy develop in the NFL. Like, look at the best rookie quarterbacks this year in college football. Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, two guys that were in college football for a while. So, again, the Manning family may be looking at that as well and saying, hey, we don't want Arch Manning to be rushed into the NFL. We want him to develop nicely. Now, again, like I said, I have had this take time and time again. You go back to previous episodes. I believe if Arch Manning either wins a Heisman, proving that he is the best player in college football, or if he wins a national championship, I truly think he's going to be out and he's going to be in this 2026 draft class, because you're going to be leaving college football on such a high. You're going to be the no doubt number one pick if you were able to do both or one of these things. You're going to be number one overall pick. Like, the hype at Arch Manning, like I said, as long as he shows flashes in college football, he's going to be number one overall pick. Now, honestly, both classes are loaded. When we look at next year, it's loaded at the quarterback position. When you look at Drew Aller, Garrett Nussmeier, Kate Klubnik, Norris Ellis. Then when you look at the next year, it is loaded with talent as well. When you look at DJ Lagway, Dylan Raiola, Colin Simmons, the two receivers, Jeremiah Smith, Ryan Williams. Like, that class could be one of the best draft classes of all time if Arch Manning enters in that as well. So both classes are definitely loaded. But like I said, no matter what happens, as long as Arch Manning shows flashes, even of a top 5 QB in college football, he doesn't have to be the best QB in college football either year. I think with the hype and his physical gifts, he's going to be the number one overall pick no matter what. So Arch Manning, with the money and with the hype, he's in a very unique situation. And I believe a situation where it doesn't really even matter much. Like I said, it's going to be very hard for him not to be the number one overall pick. And basically, just the ball is in the Manning family's court. Like I said, though, if Arch Manning does win a Heisman or wins a national championship or possibly even makes a national championship, I do believe he's going to leave Texas on that high this year. And I do believe the Manning family is saying right now, like, hey, we're going to enter the 2027 draft class, because it's easy to backtrack from that, then saying, hey, we're going to enter next year's draft class and push it to 2027. Like, I think they're choosing the right route, and I think the family truly doesn't know yet what's going to happen. That wraps up this episode of Sloppy Saturdays. Drop down below what class do you think Arch Manning is going to join, 2026 or 2027, and we are